Okay, so today we're going to be going through Unit 1 ao5, and I thought I'd throw together a few videos just to help you get this done. Now then, the first thing we're going to do is to add some what are called formulas into our spreadsheet. The first one we're going to deal with is equal sum. Nice and easy. Several ways of doing this. Number one, we can use auto sum, which is up here, but we don't want to do that. What we want to do is use equal sum, because that's the correct way to do it. So before we start, let's just make sure that everything is left aligned, and let's just make sure we've got currency next to our numbers. And let's go to the total cell, and what we're going to do is type in equals sum, open bracket, C3, or you can just click on it, then shift and then the colon button, which is next to the letter L, and then click on the last cell, which in this case is C11, and click on shift and then 0 to give you close brackets. Now you'll notice in Excel it puts a blue border around the outside of your range. The actual data that you've selected, i.e. C3 to C11, is what's called a range, as in home on the, and also what chicken lives in. And the object of the exercise is that you tell Excel what the range is you want it to do things with. So in this case, I want you to add up C3 to C11. And you can tell when it has a blue background around the outside, a blue rectangle. When it outlines it like that, that is your range. So it's a very nice way of actually selecting it. So you click OK. You notice you've got an answer in there. I'm going to delete that now, and I'm going to show you a different way. I'm going to go to auto sum. Before I do that, I need to highlight the range of numbers and then click on auto sum. If you notice, the same answer gets there, and the formula up here in the formula bar shows it is exactly the same formula that we just put in. Okay, the second formula we're going to put in is equals average. Now, exactly the same process as above, but we can't use auto sum this time, so we're going to type the formula in ourselves. So equals, and then average, then open bracket, and then it's going to be click on first cell reference, and then shift and then colon next to the letter L, and then click on the last cell reference, which we know to be C11, then shift and then 0 to give you a close bracket. That's the range, that's the formula. Press enter. Next one, largest number in a range. So basically what Excel is going to do is look in the range between C3 and C11 and tell you which is the largest number in there. So we're going to type in equals MAX, open bracket, first cell reference, shift colon next to the letter L, then last cell reference, which is C11, shift and then 0, and then you'll notice that the range is around the same area we want. The actual formula is there ready to go, and when we type it in, it's 90, which we can obviously see when we look at these numbers. It is 90. Now, the last of the formulas in this particular video tutorial is going to be using equals minimum, or equals min, M-I-N. So the way we do that again is equals, and there's M-I-N, and then it's open bracket, and then it's first cell reference, shift, colon, go to last cell reference, shift, 0, enter. Now then, what we've done so far is we've added up a range, we worked out the average of a range, we've now worked out the largest of a range, the highest number in a range, and we worked out the smallest number in a range. So before we go any further, let us do two things. Number one, print screen your spreadsheet as it currently stands, making sure you have explained what formula you have put in each of these 4 cells. You may want to print off and then draw an arrow to it and explain. It doesn't matter how you explain, as long as you explain. The next video tutorials we will run through will deal with using such wonderful things as absolute cell references, which is this area here, and by using examples of operators, which is what we've got going on here. And lastly, we will have something that will blow your mind regarding if statements, which is what's going to go on here.